powerful threat calls for a greater response.
When there's a battle, brings strength.
When there's a problem,
Oh, she said somebody's calling them already.
Oh, that's probably the,
When there is doubt,
that's the people from the Matthew Memorial. Whatever you call it.
not tomorrow.
not in a few years.
Archie, Maya, you guys right.
Some battles must be faced together. Cancer fighters stand up to cancer every day. And you can be part of this battle too.
I will invest in a tripod one day. Don't judge me, guys.
StandUpToCancer.org/American Airlines to learn more.
One day.
Together, we can save lives. Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are.
My bad.
Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They
Oh,
have
yeah.
to live it. Because in 31 states, it's legal to
call?
discriminate against LGBT people.
Yeah, put them all, yeah.
Get the facts at BeyondID.org. Brought to you by the Guild Foundation and the Ad Council.
WOL, Washington. W240 Peachway, Washington. 95.9 WPR.
Right.
WYSHD.
Yeah.
WMMHD2.
All right, man. Oh, yes, yeah.
The views and opinions of the following show
Let me not
not necessarily
follow.
reflect the views and opinions of News Talk 1450 WOL, Radio 1 Incorporated, or their management.
There we go.
Let's figure it out on the Archie Beslow Radio Show. Let's figure it out on the Archie Beslow Radio Show. He cares, he shares, he knows. The journey of our youth is in our control. So tell your family and tell your friends that the word on the street is we all should listen in. So let's figure it out on the Archie Beslow Radio Show.
Well. Yes, indeed. It's another Sunday, another day to be grateful for, another day to thank the people that care about you. Even thank the people that don't care about you, because the people that don't care about you should be a motivation or motivator to encourage you to do even more great things. I want to first of all start my show out talking about Aretha Franklin. A lot of us grew up on listening to her music, whether it's from our grandparents or our mom and our dad. I kind of idolized her because she actually touched like on all genres of music. And I'm gonna use, and we talk about this often, you have to reach out to your loved ones because you just never know when you will have the last opportunity to tell someone that you love them. And I hope you guys are taking note to that. It is very important, and I tell the youngsters all, and especially my sons, it is very important, excuse me, that you reach out to your grandparents. Grandparents deserve a phone call, at least to me, 4 times out of the week. I mean, I don't see why you can't call them every day to check on them, because they are a valuable asset to not only our lives, but to our communities, and they deserve that attention. Again, Ms. Aretha Franklin, she reached so many people. She was singing to her last days because she just wanted to give back. So we're going to take a moment of silence just to remember Ms. Aretha Franklin. All right. I'm gonna say it again. You know, this is my show. I tell y'all, well, today is Maya and Archie's show, Voices of Our Youth.
Hey, everyone.
Right, and I'm quite sure Maya can join in with me on this. It is very important to reach out to the people you love, especially mom and dad, your grandmothers, everybody that means something that has actually done something in your life is important. And I can,
Yeah.
you know, you feel me, Maya? And
Yeah,
we can,
I totally agree.
and that can be a entire show in itself. But without further ado, I'm not gonna go into my spiel because we got a lot of things to cover today. Also, I have Miss Chemistry on the phone. Nikki, can you lock her in so she can like just stay on the conversation the entire time? Miss Chemistry, you on the air?
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right. If you can, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself before we actually get into the show so my listeners and also Maya can learn who you are.
My name is Chemistry. I'm a dancer. I love to write. And I attend Washington School for Girls.
Outstanding.
Hi, Chemistry.
Maya says hello. So, Chemistry, how did you and Coach Archie connect?
Yesterday at an event that Denise Hill had.
Uh-huh. And how so when I did my part, Chemistry, how was my role? Did I do my part right?
Yes, it was very encouraging.
I'm gonna pay you later. I'll pay you for that later. So just so you know, today's show is about teen dating, and I really think highly of you. That's why I wanted you to come on the show, because this show is based off of inspiring our young adults for their voices to be heard. I don't expect you to know everything about teen dating. I don't expect you to be an expert on it, but you are a teenager, and I do want you to interact with us as the show go on. All right, is that cool?
Yes.
Outstanding. Maya, you want to introduce your guest? First of all, and I'm going to call you out. Maya doing phenomenal things. Should I do it? Don't say what's coming up next. What you got going on next?
Go ahead.
All right. Now you tell her, Maya. You tell her. Because I brag about you all the time anyway, offline.
So tomorrow I'm going to be traveling to New York early in the morning to go film on Law & Order. This is my second time filming with them.
What's that? Law & Order?
Yes.
That's like a TV show?
Yes.
That like a whole bunch of people watch?
Yes.
And you sitting beside your brother?
Yes.
All right, man. Go ahead and introduce your guest, Maya.
So happy Sunday, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on the Voices of Our Youth teen show. And today we're going to be talking about teen dating. And we have two teenage guests in the building, Kenneth Scott and Jemiah Tolson. And we'll be getting a female and a male perspective on teen dating and how they feel about that.
All right, go ahead and introduce yourselves. Give us a little bit. Ladies first. Let the young lady speak first.
Hi, my name is Jemiah. I'm 14 years old, and I go to college prep, and yeah.
She said, yeah. Go ahead, young man.
Hi, everyone doing? My name is Kenneth Scott, and I'm 14. I go to NCP, National Collegiate Prep.
Outstanding. All right, Mike, let's get it started. So before we do this, and this for the adults, so the show is, we have adult listeners and also youth listening. So we're talking about teen dating, and that's from the young adult side of it. But Maya also sent out a Facebook text to the parents. If parents allow, and you guys can chime in, also you too, Chemistry, feel free to chime in anytime you want. If parents allow teenagers to date, are they promoting sex?
You guys want to answer?
I answer. I don't think they're promoting sex.
Okay.
Because it's all about, how can I put it, the way they allow, or to the level that they allow their child to date or
okay.
push it.
Okay.
Like, if you think that your child is like that, or if you know something might go down if they're by themselves, then it's to a certain level that your child do with their boyfriend or girlfriend.
Okay, Maya. Oh, I'm sorry, young. What's your name?
Jemiah.
Jemiah. Won't forget it again. Go ahead, Jemiah.
I also disagree because it also depends on, the person that your child is with, or, like how far that your child chooses to take that relationship.
Go ahead, Maya, because I'm about to dive head first. Go ahead, Maya. Do you, Maya?
Yes, I believe that the parents should know the child's maturity level and how responsible they are, and if the child is responsible, they would know not to do that and to wait. And if you know that your child is easily pressured into things, you should know also not to allow your child to date or entertain things like that. But if you know your child can like say no and handle herself or himself, then you should allow your child to date.
So, and also we didn't get a chance to do. I need you guys to tell my listeners what's your ages. Starting with you, Maya.
I'm 14 years old.
I am also 14.
I'm also 14.
14. Yeah, that is the magical age where you just don't know. So, Maya, go ahead with your questions, Maya.
Okay, Kenneth and Jemiah and Archie, my big bro.
Yes, ma'am. Big bro with a gun. And yeah, ain't nobody coming near you. You think dad tough? Yeah, but go ahead.
At what age do you guys think that teens should start dating?
I think 14 to 15 is like an age for a start, just to kick it off.
Okay.
I also agree.
I'm 50. What you looking at me for? I started dating when I was 4. No, I was joking. No. So that's interesting. You guys say 14 and 15. I have 4 sons. And you know what? And we have to touch on it because it's a part of it. At what point, or have you guys' parents actually sat down and talked to you and gave you the guidelines or the expectations of dating as teenagers? Or is it something that you're like, hey, Mom, I like this guy, or hey, Mom, I like this young lady? How does it start? And a lot of parents want to know, how do you know you're dating somebody as a teenager? We say, okay, we're dating. Is that how you do it? Or?
Well, I mean, I guess it starts off as friends, and then you guys start talking, getting to know each other, and then, I mean, it really depends. Somebody can comment on a picture, maybe, I don't know, heart eyes or something.
I got you.
I mean, it really could depend.
And that part lets you know that you like a person.
I mean, you could be calling them pretty or cute.
Right.
And it depends on how the person takes it. The person could just take it as a regular compliment, or the person can take it as like a hint that they kind of like them.
So chemistry, you're on the lines being, and chemistry is like super quiet and super shy. But she is like a phenomenal, talented young lady. When she came up to do her part, she was like this quiet person, and then when she got in front of the classroom, she just exploded. So chemistry, stop playing with me. I need you to speak on the matter. So chemistry, and how old are you, chemistry?
I'm 13.
Awesome. So just in your circle of friends, what's the ages that you know that your friends that they date? What's their ages?
Like 13, 14.
Okay. So can you guys tell me, and we're going to start with you, chemistry. So what are the dating conversations? How do you, so no one still has not answered my question, and I'm not going to allow you guys to avoid it. So is it tag you're my boyfriend, or do you kind of like punch each other, and after the third punch, I'm supposed to know that we're dating? I mean, what are we doing here? Chemistry?
It's like you develop a friendship, and then as the friendship develops, you become closer with the person. And then at one point in time, somebody will ask the other person out.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask them out. What y'all Ubering? What we doing? Now go ahead. Hey, y'all jump in. Hey, this is y'all show. I just got my box of popcorn. I'm trying to learn something here.
Oh well, I agree with Maya and chemistry. It's like basically like forming friendship, and then get closer and closer. And as time go on, somebody might just say I like you, or they just both might tell each other at the same time, and then just start going out.
So now, chemistry is a very attractive young lady, and my guest Maya. What's the young lady now? She going Jemiah. See that? Jemiah. Double Mayas. The two Mayas. What's your name again, son?
Kenneth.
I'm old, Kenneth. Y'all can't hold it because my panel, they are very nice looking young people. Do you guys find it a challenge to have to, because all you guys are different, and I'm quite sure that your peers look up to you guys, because I think that's why you guys are here, because you're not just your average young men and young ladies. So is it pressure to pick a certain individual to date, or like you guys are saying, it just happens to be who is having that conversation with? So, okay, that's my point. Do y'all date somebody because they're cute, because they're smart, or because they're popular?
Okay, so for me, I date people that's like, basically their personality, not because they're popular. Because, it doesn't matter if you like popular or you don't hang around popular kids. For me, I like your personality because, like, it's something that I see in you that I don't see in other people.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Like, if I was to pick someone when it comes to dating or something, it wouldn't be from the group of people they hang around. It would be more so from like their personality and whether like we click if we can have good deep conversations about stuff I wouldn't talk to other people about.
Good, Mike.
Yeah, I agree. People should judge off of their personality because some people can have a attractive look and a not so attractive personality, and some people might not have the easiest face, like easy on the eyes, but have a wonderful, smart, outgoing personality.
Okay.
What's the youngest you've seen kids date?
Well, the youngest for me was 12.
12?
Yeah, I agree. A 12-year-old. Yeah.
What about you, Chemistry? What's the youngest you've seen somebody date?
12.
12. What is up with this 12? I mean, so, okay, help me out. 12. What grade are you in the 12? I mean, if you're 12 years, what grade are you in?
About 6.
Good grade. What is your
Yes, about 6 or 7.
Okay. Y'all ready to let's take a caller. We have Alberta from Philadelphia. Hello.
Oh, hi,
Hi.
guys. How are you guys doing?
Outstanding. Thank you for calling in the Voices of Our Youth show today.
Good. Thank you for having me. I just really had a question. For your panel, what is their definition of dating? Because I think sometimes our young people get dating mixed with having a healthy relationship.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Hey, yes, ma'am.
Yes, so I just want to kind of know their idea of what they think dating is really all about. What does it mean to be dating someone? What's the difference between a regular healthy relationship with friends at school as opposed to be exclusive, with one person in particular?
Go ahead. Jump on it.
Oh, well. For me, it's like I said earlier, it's the connection. Like, if I was to date someone, the connection would have to be different with people I'm just friends with. Like, if I'm dating a girl, I can have conversations or talk about things and feel comfortable with talking about it with that person that I won't really feel comfortable talking about it with the rest of my female friends.
Okay. Chemistry, you got something? What's your definition of dating, Chemistry?
To me, dating is like having that special touch that you have with a certain person, but not everybody else.
Okay.
Yes, I completely agree.
Maya number? Maya?
Me?
Whichever Maya. Y'all first Maya to the mic.
Yeah, I agree with Kenneth and chemistry.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
No.
No, I don't know.
Y'all gonna give me some feedback.
I agree. It's based off of connection because yes, maybe you can place them as your best friend, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with them too. Because it's like, I mean, you can base them as your best friend, but like the connection is deeper than that. Or it's like, it's more that y'all both want than just a regular friendship, So
Miss Alberta, you want to jump in on them, or you want me to do it?
Hey, I'm just going to jump in a little bit.
I know you are. Just go ahead. You go first. Go ahead.
Because I kind of encourage our young people to delve into a healthy relationship as rather than worrying about dating. Because I'm concerned about what young people think. Just because somebody likes you, how far you think you need to go to impress them, how much of you feel like you need to give just to show that person that, and where are you going with this? What's the expectation? In the long term, it's just somebody to go to the movies with, or this is the person I'm expected to be with for the rest of my life. Just wanting to know what their mindset would be. But first of all, the foundation in a dating process should be that healthy relationship, because without that healthy relationship and friendship, and I just like you, that means I like you right now, and then next week somebody else is going to be my attraction.
So Miss,
we just got to kind of be careful with that.
and what my point of it is, and you know, this is a youth-based family community type of show.
Right.
I don't think we should allow our teenagers to make those decisions. I think there should be an ongoing discussion and guidelines in your household as to how your child should date. Now, it'll be a conversation that both parties will have, so they can come to some type of an agreement. It's not like I'm saying we're going to dictate who and how, but I think households should have a conversation so that the child, like you said, will have a healthy relationship.
Exactly, I agree. I agree.
So we have.
Thank you all for having me.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. We're gonna go to another caller. Who's this? Tony. Tony, on the air?
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Thanks for calling on Voices of Our Youth show today.
I just want to say that, okay, I'm 53 years old, and back in my days, we knew we were an item when we stood it with a kiss, our first kiss with each other.
I was gonna say that at 7:15, but go ahead. Go ahead, sir. That's true back then, but it's a well. Okay, well, so y'all, let's speak on that.
For me, my perspective is totally different because, like, you know, I don't just like, you know, okay, this is the person that I like, I'm gonna give you a kiss, and you know, we are definitely an item. You know, it's just like, for me, I don't want to get to that point so quick for me, because it's like, you know, we're just starting to like each other, and you know, I want to get to know you before we get, like, you know, that interactive. So,
Chemistry, what do you think about the kissing part?
I don't think kissing should really take place until you really actually know the person and get to know the person.
So, okay, so now let me jump in. So, Chemistry, in my panel, at what age should you actually kiss someone?
I think about 15, maybe.
Okay, and we talk about a peck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good, thank you. What about you guys? Yeah, y'all in here laughing. Y'all laugh. Y'all got thousands of people looking at y'all. Hey, Chemistry, they in here laughing like. But go ahead, Mr. Tony, complete your thought, because I didn't want them to dodge your question, because what you said is very important.
Okay, I understand. You know, wink. I understand. That's fine.
No, I'm saying you made a valid point, and that's the part I was saying, that they have to have some type of dialogue with mom and dad to know how far to go and how far not to go. And like Miss Alberta said, it has to be healthy. Kissing at that age, to me personally, I don't think it's healthy, because I think that's going to cause somebody to be dominant in the dating relationship at a young age, where you guys really don't understand what dating really means. You follow me, Mr. Tony?
Yeah, somewhat. But, you know, I agree with Maya, what she said earlier, is that, you know, the parties are upset, and you have to know how your child is before you even start to date. But reality is, you know, a lot of them probably are kissing at 13.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, young man. So get the mic, young fella. I'm gonna put the handsome with the fresh cut dude on the mic.
Oh man.
So from a young man's point of view, when do you think is appropriate to actually kiss your girlfriend? A lot of people don't know, and we need to learn. I mean, I'm an adult. I'm really trying to learn how you guys think. I'm not putting you on the spot, because we need the truth.
I think 15, 16, or just whenever you're ready. But
no. You're not gonna avoid it. No. You're not gonna avoid the question. What triggers you in your mind and say, hey, I'm about to kiss her? Hey, Tony, he's stuck. Tony, he's stuck in here. That's a
chemistry.
Chemistry? Okay, what chemistry? What chemistry? What triggers you to say, hey, I'm gonna give this guy a kiss?
Honestly, I guess it depends on like the conversation that you're having.
Okay, that's fair. There's no wrong. I mean, it's no wrong answer. There are a lot of young people that are listening to this show, and you'd be surprised. Now we kind of laughing and joking just to to keep it on an even keel, but there are a lot of young people that's like really going through something on a serious, in a serious situation right now that's listening to this show, and they're really seeking information from their peers because they can't really receive what they need to hear from adults. So this really is you guys' opportunity to like really help some of your peers and just be candid. I mean, it is what it is. You got to be straight up about it. Don't get quiet. Everybody sitting there, don't quiet. Don't be quiet now. If we was talking about yeah, well, go ahead. You got anything else for him, Mr. Tony? Because the phone lines are blowing up.
No, that'll be it.
I appreciate you calling in, man.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. We have another call on the line. Eric. Eric, you on the line?
Hello?
Yes, sir. You on the line, Eric?
Oh, yeah. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. What questions you have for the panels, or what statements do you have?
I got 2 questions. My first question is, when teen dating, what do you guys really call yourself? You call yourself like a boo or a bae? Or like, if the girl's like, yeah, this is my boo, or the dude's like, yeah, this is my bae. How do you, like, what do you say to your parent explaining that you guys are together? That's my first question.
Well, let them answer that one first. Hold up. That's a great question. What do you guys identify? We go with you first, Chemistries. What do you guys identify yourselves as?
That's my boyfriend or that's my friend.
Okay. What about you guys? No, go ahead.
It depends. I mean, based on whatever the person feels comfortable telling the other person, and also based off if you're approaching your parent and based off of like if you and your parent normally has like a joking relationship, you could say, "Oh, this my little boo" or something like that. But if you want to be more formal, you could say, "This is my boyfriend" or "This is my girlfriend."
Okay. What about you?
I was gonna say, like how Maya said, if you and your parent have that joking relationship or like more open relationship, to where you can talk to them and like they won't, I guess, be so strict. You can say, "Oh, yeah, like this my little boo," or "This is who I'm talking to right now."
Y'all say, "Man, it's my little shorty." This my little yum. Y'all say yum.
That would be disrespecting your parent.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm 50.
That's your little yummy.
That's what you said when you was young?
Nah, but you don't know that's when I was young. I mean, that's me. That's me right there. So y'all ain't ready for that. All right, go. What's your second question, Eric?
My second question is, so what's the difference between dating, early on, 14, 15 versus, that's like your freshman year in high school versus the senior year in high school, 17, 18?
Good question.
I could answer that in a way. I think it's about the knowledge.
Good stuff.
It's like you have more knowledge, and over the years you gain more knowledge, so you kind of know, like, I wouldn't say the angles, but within conversations and different things that like occur, you would know how to solve and like go through it.
Along with knowledge, I would also say, like, y'all build up trust now, because it's like from now freshman and senior, it's like now I know how you act if a situation like this will happen, and I know I can now like talk to you about these like specific things, and you wouldn't, if you get mad, I'll know how to I don't know how to solve the situation.
Okay.
I think you will become more mature over the years, and maturity level would increase, and you would know not what to do, but like you would know how to be more mature and your knowledge, and also you're gonna be becoming older, and you're not gonna be just jumping head start into a relationship like how you were in like when you were 14 and 15, because that might be like your first or maybe second relationship, but now in senior year you've either had more experience, with dating.
Very good. Was that good, Eric?
Yes, it was.
My man. Hey, thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate your time.
No problem. On it. All right.
My man. Hey, we're going to go to David. David, you on there?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, man. What's going on, Dave?
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. What you got for the panel?
I got a question for these teens.
Uh-huh.
I got a couple of questions. One question is, man, you being 14, so what's your age preference when it comes to dating? We have a lot of guys like 14, what got to be 17, 18, 19.
Mm-hmm. So what he's asking was right. So chemistry, what's your age preference on who you should date? The ages.
For me, it's 13 or 14.
Okay. Everybody else, what's your age preference?
I would recommend somebody dating somebody your age or maybe no more than a year older than you.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
The same thing they did, either your age or a year older.
Yeah, they're saying that they're saying the same age or possibly a year older.
Okay, my next question is, are you just dating or you're dating to have sex? Because at some point, that question is going to run out to one of y'all.
Valid question. Chemistry? Did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like you should date because if you're dating just to have sex, it's technically not a relationship.
Awesome.
And it's not at all a healthy relationship.
Awesome.
So you should be dating to date.
Amen. Go ahead. Anybody else?
You should date, yes. And you should date because you personally actually like the person and you can, like Kenneth said earlier, have a deep conversation with them and you have a special bond with them. You shouldn't date somebody for their body.
Okay. Facts. Go ahead, guys.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah,
the same thing?
we agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wow. So and I'm gonna say this, and for my listeners, whether you're young or old, my panel, along with chemistry that's calling, they are all good kids and they all are doing good things. And I'm quite sure that some adults may say, that you guys are saying the politically correct thing. Well, that's the answers you guys are giving are the answers that our kids should be doing. It's not like y'all, this is my position. Even if you're saying it and you're doing opposite, at least you know what you should be doing. And that's in society. A lot of people don't even know where they should start. But at least you guys have an understanding on how you should approach dating at your age. So I'm going to give all you guys kudos. That speaks volumes to your families. And it also speaks volumes to your peers, the people you hang around. You have anything else from Dave? The phone lines are blowing up, man. I feel like, somebody important.
I'm going to cut it short because I can go on with this, man, because at the end of the day, man, you know me, we both have sons.
Yes, sir.
I mean, for me, 14 years old,
right.
I can see you dating, having a friend, but I know that at the end of the day, in this day and age, where that could really lead you. But, you young people do what you do, and, like I say, just try to keep it on low key and keep it neutral.
All right, y'all tell Mr. David, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dave. Let's go to caller number 6. This is Monte. Monte, you on there?
Yes, I'm on air.
How you doing?
I'm good.
How old are you, son?
I'm 14 years old.
Okay. What you got for me? Let's go ahead. Yeah, hey, man, you got 200,000 people listening to y'all.
Yeah, I didn't want to ask a question. I just want to say hey to Maya and Kendall.
Hi, Monte.
Hi, Monte.
Hi, Monte.
All right. That's it? You ain't got nothing else for me?
Ask no
I just want to
questions.
say hi to support
All right, it's cool. And we gonna go to caller number 2. Maria, caller number 2. Maria, you on the line?
Hi, how are you?
We're doing great. Thank you for calling in.
I'm calling from D.C., and I grew up in the 70s and 80s.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if teens are in a relationship nowadays and have someone on the side, what do you all call that extra person?
You guys want to answer that?
Okay, so there is many names that people call their side pieces. Like there is, a side piece, a leg is what they say.
A leg. Let me write that down.
Leg.
Yeah, a leg.
They done just learned me something. Let me write this down.
oh no, they best friend. They'll be like, oh no, that's my best friend.
I had that conversation about that.
That's my best friend. That's
all
my
them
sister.
BFFs.
That's my forever friend. My go-to person.
Good God Almighty. Okay.
There's many more, but you know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, Chemistry, what's some of the names for the side pieces?
She basically named most of them.
Right.
The leg is like the most popular thing people say.
Man, I'm just that leg. Well, I can't say nothing about nothing extra. I'm gonna stop it right there. There's no extra in my brain cells. Hey, thank you though for calling in, man.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
Bye-bye.
We're gonna go to caller number 4. Is that Papa Pinson? Uh-oh, this is gonna be interesting. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead, Dad.
Hey, Archie.
Yes, sir.
And panel.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
Okay, well, I know we have had conversation in my household about dating.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We know the do's and the don'ts, and the wins and the
wins and the won'ts. I'm with you.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for the panel, my question to you all is, what makes you decide that you want to date someone? And it's a 2-part question, so that's the first part.
You would, I guess, if you really like them and you form a bond with them.
It's basically the same thing, like I said earlier, the connection and the bond, like Maya just said, with them. Like if you have that connection with them and you feel like y'all good, y'all connect a lot, and y'all have the same understanding, then.
Okay. Anybody else? Chemistry? Anybody?
No.
Go ahead, Dad. I know you got another question for him, Dad.
Okay, well, actually, I'm going to do a follow-up to that.
Okay.
Now, I know that Maya has a core group of friends that she hangs out with. Okay, now, within that inner circle, do you guys, consider yourself dating, even though you're hanging out in a group?
Can you elaborate?
No, basically, if he's saying if you like hanging out, you say you're just hanging out, you're in a group of people, y'all hang out all the time. Because some of you guys hang out with the same people. So the person that you're in that group with, are you guys dating? And I get, because Dad doing some detective work now. Because don't try to be slick. You hanging out with the same dude and you ain't validated to us yet that this is somebody that you really like. So we're actually getting to the point of, if you hang out with somebody in a group, do you guys have intentions on actually becoming a relationship, or that person is going to be just your friend? I ain't speaking in Spanish. Y'all trying to beat around the bush.
I mean, it all depends on the relationship you have with that person, and if you know that you have a very strong relationship with that person, say if it's your boy best friend, you know that you would never date them because you don't want to mess up that relationship, because not all relationships, like boyfriend and girlfriend wise, end, some end and some don't. Mm-hmm. And if I were to date my boy best friend, I have him as my boy best friend because I have a connection with him, but I would never date him. He's nice and all, but I would never date him because if we were to break up, things wouldn't be the same. And we have a good best friend relationship going on.
Yeah, I'm the big brother, Dad. I know you Dad, but I'm the big brother. Me and Mike have an offline conversation with
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Maya. Yeah.
All right, Dad, let me get to some of these phone calls, man. Appreciate your call, man.
Okay, thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Let's go to line number 6. Jocelyn?
Hello.
Hello,
Yes.
Thank you for calling in the show.
Hi, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I wanted to ask, well, first of all, when I was a teenager, I wasn't allowed to date or talk to boys. So I want to know, what do I say to a teen about dating? I think I would be stuck on that.
So you want it? So we'll let the panel give you an answer. Then I'll give you an answer from my standpoint. Chemistry, you want to?
Okay.
Chemistry, chime in. She wants to know, Chemistry, as a mom, how does she even start the conversation to let? What's a good conversation to have with your child on how to date someone?
Basically, you should give them guidelines of who to date and who not to date, and how far to let things go.
Okay.
Don't just date anybody.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I agree. My mom, she also gave me the pep talk, and the way like she would start it off would be like, you know, you're getting up to that age, so like, you know, you can talk to me about anything. Besides, if I'll get mad at you or not, like I'm your mother, you can talk to me about anything.
All right. Now, for me, from an adult's perspective, and I deal with a lot of kids on a regular basis because I mentor a lot of young men and young women, and the same thing holds true. You have to have daily conversations with your kids anyway. So in having those conversations, you will actually learn from your child the expectations of not just dating, but what's going on in their lives. And you can simply say, hey, how do you feel about dating? Are you dating? Have you considered dating? And then you can share your story. And your story is a very valuable story that your parents didn't allow you to date. And my man Fahim, like he said, his mom and dad was been together for 64 years. So, of course, they had him when he was young. And my mom and dad had me. My mom was 17 when she had me. And the people often say, you know, times have changed, this and that, ever. Yeah, there has changed, but there are certain situations that remains the same. So my point to you is you just have to have a healthy conversation with your child, and not have a leading conversation, but have a general conversation so you both can kind of, you know, give your opinions on the relationship status updating.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. We're going to go to line number 5. Is that Dre? Dre, you on the air?
So, Jamar,
Go ahead, sir.
How do y'all know what age I won't get to? Like, staying with the same person that y'all with?
All right, repeat that one more time.
Like, how old do y'all think I won't stay with the same person for the rest of y'all? Like,
That's a valid question. That's a good question. So you guys so he just want to know, how old would you be that you would think that at that point you decide that this is going to be the person you'll be with for the rest of your life?
I mean, Dre, I think that if you feel like you have I think mainly the teen dating is all about connection and bond. If you feel like you really like the person and you have a strong connection with them, then maybe you can decide that you want it to be long term.
Yeah, I agree. Like if you have like, you know, that spark with that person that nobody else have, well, that you have with nobody else, you will like maybe feel that.
Okay. I would say it's based on your situation.
Okay.
Because if you in like a really, really bad situation and that person, I wouldn't say don't leave you, but they stay in support or try to do whatever they can to help you out while you're in that bad situation. Like some people, some teens, they're dating, but they're taking care of their brothers and sisters or things like that. If that person stays and help you figure out ways to feed your brothers and sisters,
okay,
or help you figure out ways just to help out with the whole problem, I think it's based on your situation.
So chemistry, are you mature enough to even say how long you would date someone?
Yes.
Okay. And how long would you, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So it really depends on that bond, because some bonds might break over time. So if you know that you're going to be with this person for like the rest of your life, you should feel that type of way. And at no point in time in the relationship, you should question your boyfriend or your girlfriend.
Okay.
So it depends on the bond.
All right, Dre, you good with those answers?
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you for calling in, buddy.
All right.
All right, we're gonna take one more call, and then I want you to go back to, because you have a very, very, very important question to ask. But we're gonna go to line number 2, Phoebe.
Hi.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Phoebe.
Hey, Phoebe.
So my question is, what's the best way to approach your mom or your dad about the talk?
Y'all about to drop. So, Phoebe, Archie has a drop the mic moment segment on his shows, and that was a drop the mic segment. Go ahead, John. You answer that quick. I want to hear this myself.
Okay. For me, I would start off with my mom because telling your dad, it's like your dad going to explode. He going to automatically be mad at you. But your mom, I think she'll take it more gentle because you're her baby, so she'll help you and talk to you about the talk.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I got a couple more people. No. Let everybody answer this question. Don't go nowhere.
I would say just go to your parent, whether it's your mom or dad, whoever you got a better relationship with, and just tell them I like this boy or I like this girl, and just see where the conversation go from there.
Chemistry?
Just be honest and be straight up, and don't look to your parents when you want to have the conversation.
Okay. Mike?
You should approach whoever you feel most comfortable with, whether it could be your mom, your dad, or your grandma.
Okay, Maya, which one would you pick, Maya? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You could approach whoever you feel most comfortable with, and then once you get their point of view, you can maybe sit down and talk. Say if you want to talk to your mom and your dad about this, approach whoever you feel most comfortable with, and then maybe once you get their perspective and what you should do, maybe you should have you and, say, your mom pull your dad aside and have a family meeting and discuss whatever.
Love family meetings. Amen. That's good. Those are valid questions. Phoebe, you good with that?
Yes, thank you.
And Phoebe, how old are you?
13.
Y'all just, okay. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye. So, before you do that one, we're going to jump into it because and we can touch on this briefly. So, and I want all 4 of you guys to answer this question. So so right now, on the count of 3, I want you guys to take a deep breath. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Chemistry, did you take a deep breath?
Yes.
Okay. So, Chemistry, I'm not going to let you be first. I'm going to let Maya be first. Jeremiah be first. Yeah, I got to let you be first. I'm sorry. So, what is the definition of the talk?
Oh, the definition of the talk is just coming to your parents about, relationships and what goes on in relationships, the do's, the don'ts, the wins, the whys, the hows.
You're a very bright young lady. I love you. This is very touching. Go ahead. It's okay. I'm gonna get it out of y'all. Y'all playing.
It's basically what Jemiah said is the do's, the don'ts, why, hows, and just whatever else your parents want to throw in there or add to make sure that they keep their child safe.
Got you. Maya?
It can be whatever questions you have and whatever questions or whatever you think whatever your parent thinks needs to be installed in you. Okay.
Chemistry? The talk. What does the talk mean to you?
The talk means, so it means talking about relationships, talking about friendships, and talking about the difference between the two. Right. And also the do's and don'ts.
So, and right now, what I'm gonna do a one-man wave. You guys know how they do it in the stadium, so the whole stadium get up and do the wave. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna do the one-man wave. I went all the way around the stadium, and the reason why I'm doing the wave because, and I often say this on all my shows, Our young people are so phenomenal. If we just give them the opportunity to express themselves on a daily basis, the world will be a better place. The average adult, when you say the talk, the first thing that their immaturity thinks is sex. No. The talk is the foundation of understanding where to go for steps. If the adults teach the proper steps to you guys, they wouldn't even have to talk about the sex part of it. Because everybody's so fearful of the word sex. Even adults are not properly taught. You feel me?
Yes.
They just out this jump being reckless. That's why a lot of them are afraid to have the conversation with you guys, because they're going to have their shortcomings going to come out. So once again, I want to applaud you guys on your answers. And a lot of young people need to hear that. And a lot of young people need to challenge their moms and dads, grandmothers, aunts, uncles, to have the talk with them. All right? So now we come into this segment of the show. My co-host, Ms. Maya J. Pinson, is about to... is a very important question, and it's a very important topic. And go ahead, Maya.
So has everybody on the panel, have you seen any violence in teenage relationships, like choking or like hitting, etc.?
Hitting, choking, not really.
Okay.
It depends on like the way, like you mean like serious? No, but like in a playful way, yes.
No, she said violence. So we ain't playing. We're talking violence.
In that case, no.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I disagree.
Okay. Chemistry?
Yes, I have. I've seen both physical and verbal abuse in relationships. But then you just have to have to talk with that person and tell them that it's not healthy, even if they do love that person.
So let me ask all you guys a question. So, and you guys said so by you guys saying you haven't seen it, that means you guys have not experienced that as well. So that's cool. So how do you approach that? Because you have to prepare your mind. So just like you asking a question, then you have people thinking, what would I do if? So just say, for instance, if you are in that type of relationship, who do you turn to? Do you turn to your peers? Do you turn to your mom and dad? Who do you actually turn to? Kim, you want to start? You can go, Kim.
I would turn to, most likely, I would turn to my best friend.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Because she knows how she knows how our brains work, and she will understand.
Amen.
And she would try her best to make sure that I'm okay.
Awesome. Okay, good stuff. Anyone else?
I would say turn to a close friend, best friend.
There we go.
Because one, of course, they like your peer, so they understand where your brain is at, and then they can also give you another point of view on it.
Awesome. Okay. Once again, I to my listeners, I can't repeat this enough. We're not giving our kids enough. What's the word I'm looking for, Maya? Enough. No. I'm sorry. It's gonna come to me. I'm old. Enough credit. We're not giving enough credit, enough leeway, and enough responsibility, because you guys know a lot, and it's very valuable for the whole entire panel to say that they would turn to their peers to seek that information. And that's not coming from a place of fear. That's coming from a place of comfort. So now, once again, to my adults, a lot of our kids feel that way because us as parents, we intimidate more than we nurture and we show love. Now, you may think you are doing the reverse, but in a lot of cases, our kids are afraid to have very important conversations with us because, once again, we're not having daily dialogue with our youth. And I say this everywhere I go. You have to have general, wholesome, learning conversations with our kids, because you can learn a lot. I learned a lot, and we laugh and joke about it, but that whole leg thing, it's funny, but no one knew that. So, for instance, you could be in the house, you could be home, and you know you crying, one of you guys crying, or you done punched a hole in the wall, and you said, man, that leg, man. So your parents gonna be like, the leg, you need to go to the emergency room. You feel me? I mean, you might not say, you feel me, chemistry, how that can be, but now an adult just learned something. So now I'm gonna ask my son, man, what's up with that leg? You feel me? Kim, why you laughing, Kim? Kim over there, Joe, laugh and snot coming out of her nose. You over there crying, tearing up. So Maya, what else you got for me? Oh, this is a good one.
How do teens emotionally handle breakups?
Uh-oh. Jemiah said she jumped. Jemiah about to yank the mic out the wall.
Okay. Okay, because I've seen a male and female experience.
Okay.
So it's like a lot of teens, they tend to either talk to their friends about it or they handle it themselves because, you know, they don't want to come to their parents because they'll hear that, oh, I told you so. I told you don't talk to this person. Mm-hmm. Or I have this feeling that you and this person won't, you know, end together. And it's like at that time, they don't want to hear that. They need nurture. Like, I need you to be here for me to let me know that I'm okay, you know. So yeah.
All right. Well, you guys want to answer that because we run out of time. I want all you guys to give a closing remarks. That's why I'm cutting it short because it was a great show, and I thank all you guys. So chemistry, give me a quick 15-minute closure.
Minute?
I'm sorry. Thank you, Maya. Maya, you know, old Maya, stop. Give me a 15-second closure, chemistry. What's up on your heart? Something to give to your peers that are listening.
Okay. Dating, it shouldn't come from your peers. It should come from what's in your heart and who you feel is right for you.
Amen. Let's go next. Got 2 minutes. Get it in quick.
Dating, you should start dating when you feel comfortable. Don't feel pressured into doing it. And don't feel pressure into doing anything, you know, you wouldn't want to do and your parents wouldn't want you to do.
My teenagers are phenomenal. Go ahead, Jemiah.
If you can't tell, wait, let me say this. How can I say this?
Take your time.
If you can't tell your parents this, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Nikki, ding, 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 ding. Nothing drop the mic. Go ahead, close out, young man.
I was gonna say, don't let peer pressure push you to do something that you wouldn't normally do or that you know is not right for you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in on the Archie Beslow Show, the Voices of Our Youth Show with my dynamite, phenomenal co-host, Miss Maya J. Pinson. Man, listen to our youth, please. Chemistry, I want to thank you for calling in, man, and sharing with us chemistry. You're phenomenal. And we're going to reach out to you on some other shows, too, as well, chemistry, because you have a lot to offer. Maya, you want to, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And have a great Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be back. The Archie Beslow Radio Show. Let's figure it out. Voices of Our Youth. Wow, it has been a blast. I want to thank you all. I love you all. I forgot to thank my mom and my dad and my Heavenly Father. Thank you. See you guys next week. I'm done. Watch out for that leg, though.
Oh, man.
Archie, I also had a question I wanted to ask you from a parent's perspective.
From the
why
most
is it that
powerful city in the world, you're listening to
would support,
WOL
will
News
be
Talk
fast,
1450
quicker to support their son's dating